Good morning student, this is recap video of Monday and Tuesday class. So in this recap video we are just going to see the equation graph involved in chemical kinetics. So we have studied that in case of chemical kinetics we have following order of reaction. This one is we have zero order reaction and first order reaction. We have zero order reaction and first order reaction. For zero order reaction we write rate law as R equals to K A to the power 0 R equals to K. Means in case of zero order reaction, rate of reaction will be equal to rate constant. In case of first order reaction, we will write R equals to K A to the power 1. When we write integrated rate expression, then integrated rate expression for zero order reaction will be, for zero order reaction integrated rate equation will be A final equals to minus K into T plus A initial. When we write integrated reaction, we will write A final equals to KT plus minus KT plus A initial. In case of first order reaction, KT will be equal to 2.303 log A initial upon A final. Now if we talk about the half-life time, then in case of zero order reaction, T half will be equal to A naught by 2K. Means in this case half-life time is directly proportional to initial concentration. So we can say here T half is directly proportional to initial concentration of reactant. Now if we talk about the half-life of first order reaction, T half equals to 0.693 divided by K. Half-life time is given as T half equals to 0.693 divided by K. So in this case we can see half-life time is independent of initial concentration. Now if we see the graph, in case of zero order reaction, if we plot graph of half-life time versus concentration, if we plot graph half-life time between concentration, then in case of zero order reaction this graph will be straight line, and in that case slope of this graph will be m equals to 1 by 2k. Slope will be given as m equals to 1 by 2k. In case of first order reaction, if we plot the graph between half-life time and concentration, T half and concentration, then in this case the nature of graph will be a straight line parallel to the concentration axis. Second, if we concentration and time, then in case of zero order reaction, concentration, plot of graph between concentration and time, then in case of zero order reaction this graph will be a straight line with the negative slope. Here slope will be equal to minus K. In case of first order reaction, if we plot the graph between log A versus time, then again the graph of line will be straight line. This line will go straight line with slope m equals to minus 2.303 by K by 2.303, minus K by 2.303. In case of first order reaction, if we plot the graph between log A and time, in that case also we will have a straight line with the slope m equals to minus K by 2.303. M equals to minus K by 2.303. Next is if we plot the graph between rate and concentration. If we plot the graph in case of zero order reaction between rate and concentration, then it will be a straight line. So here On y axis we have taken rate, on x axis we have taken concentration. Then I have discussed during the live classes that in case of zero order reaction, rate is independent of concentration. So as the rate is independent of concentration, so it will be a straight line parallel to concentration axis, means no matter how much is the concentration, rate is not going to be affected by the concentration. In case of zero order reaction, no matter how much we take concentration of reactant, rate will be same. That we can understand with the help of graph also. So you can see here, if you plot the graph between rate and concentration in zero order reaction, then nature of graph is a straight line parallel to the concentration axis, means rate is independent of concentration. Now if we see in case of first order reaction, then the nature of graph will be, if you plot here rate and concentration, then it will be a straight line. Rate is directly proportional to concentration in case of first order reaction. That's why we will get a straight line passing through origin, means if the concentration is 0, there will be no rate, reaction will not proceed, so rate will be 0. So in this case we have relation between rate and concentration, linear relation, and in zero order reaction, rate and concentration is independent from each other, means rate is not affected by the concentration. Discussed in the live class. So question is, in this question we have a hypothetical chemical reaction, A plus 5B reacting with 6C giving 3L plus 3A. This one is a chemical reaction and this is the experimental value. Total number of experiment is 4. Initial concentration is given for the experiment number 1. Initial concentration is 0.02. Initial concentration of A. Initial concentration of B is 0.02. Initial concentration of C is also 0.02 and rate is 2.08 into 10 to the power minus 3. For the second experiment, initial concentration is given 0.01. Initial concentration of B is given 0.02. Initial concentration of C is given 0.02 and rate for this experiment is 1.04 into 10 to the power minus 3. तीसरे वाले एक्सपेरिमेंट में इनिशियल कंसंट्रेशन है 0.02 ए नॉट का, ए का, बी का इनिशियल कंसंट्रेशन है 0.04, सी का इनिशियल कंसंट्रेशन है 0.02 एंड रेट for this experiment is 4.16 into 10 to the power minus 3. Fourth experiment, initial concentration of A is 0.02 mole per liter. Here all the concentrations are expressed in mole per liter. So in fourth experiment, initial concentration of A is 0.02, initial concentration of B is 0.02, initial concentration of C is 0.04 and rate for this experiment is 8.32 into 10 to the power minus 3. So this is the experimental observation. With the help of these experimental observation, we have to determine order of reaction with respect to individual reactant. That is order of reaction with respect to A, with respect to B and with respect to C, and then overall order of reaction. Once we determine order with respect to each reactant, overall order reaction, then we have to determine rate constant of this reaction. And after determination of rate constant, we will calculate the rate of change of concentration of B and L. Initial rate of change of concentration of B and L. That is rate of disappearance of B and rate of formation of L. These calculations we have to make. So the first task is that we have to determine order with respect to each component. So starting with A, whenever we have to solve this question, such type of question, we should first focus on those experimental value in which value of A is changing, but value of B and C is not changing. So if we observe here, then you can see in experiment number 1 and 2, value of A, that is initial concentration of A, is becoming 0.02 to 0.01. Initial concentration of B is becoming, both concentration is same here, 0.02, and here also initial concentration of C is same, 0.02, 0.02. Now by using experimental value of first and second experiment, we can determine order with respect to A. So first we will write rate expression for the first experiment. We write R equals to rate constant K, A, R equals to Ka, ordered with respect to A, we write here X, B, concentration of B ordered with respect to B is Y, C, and let's suppose order with respect to C is Z. So we write rate expression R equals to K, A to the power X, B to the power Y, and C to the power Z. Now we will put the value of concentration, so we can write R equals to K, we will write as it is, rate constant, concentration of A is 0.02 to the power X, B, when we come to B, concentration of B will be 0.02 to the power Y, concentration of C is also 0.02 to the power Z. So this is the rate expression from the first experimental value. R equals to K, concentration of A, X, B, Y, C, Z, where X, Y, Z is order of reaction with respect to A, B and C respectively. X is order of reaction with respect to A, B is Y is order of reaction with respect to B, and Z is order of reaction with respect to C. Now we will write the same rate expression for the second experimental value. If we write the rate expression for the second experimental value, we will have we can write for the second experimental value, in place of A concentration we will write here, we can write this value I am writing for experiment number 2. So R equal to K 0.01 to the power X, 0.01 to the power X, then concentration of B is 0.02, 0.02 to the power Y, and 0.02 to the power Z. Because there is no change in concentration of B and C, there is only change in concentration of A. This one is equation second, this one is equation first. If we divide equation second by equation first, we will get the following value. We are going to divide this. So K rate constant will cancel out, 0.02 to the power Y, here also 0.02 to the power Y, so this will also cancel out, 0.02 to the power Z, 0.02 to the power Z, this one also cancel out. Now rate value will write here. In the first case, rate was 2.08 into 10 to the power minus 3. So we will write here the value 2.08 into 10 to the power minus 3, and then we will write the second experimental value 1.04 into 10 to the power minus 3. So what will be the effect of this? Effect of this will be, if we calculate, that this will cancel out half and this will cancel out. So now if we solve this, then we'll get 1/2 we'll get the value 1/2 equals to 0.01 divided by 0.02 to the power x. Here 0.01 to the power x, 0.02 to the power x. So we'll divide, then we'll have 0.02 divided by 0.02 to the power x. From here this decimal will be cancelled. Now we'll have 1 by 2 1 by 2 to the power 1 equals to 1 by 2 to the power x. And you have studied that whenever base is same and both equation is equal, then power also becomes equal. बेस सेम हो और दोनों वैल्यू इक्वल हो तो पावर भी इक्वल हो जाता है. सो हियर वी कैन राइट x इक्वल्स टू 1. सो वैल्यू ऑफ x इज कमिंग 1 and x is order of reaction with respect to A. So we can write here that order of reaction with respect to A will be 1. So we can write here order with respect to A will be 1. Now we have to determine order with respect to B. For that again we have to write the experimental value. First experimental value was 0.02, here also 0.02, 0.02, and this value was 2.08 into 10 to the power minus 3. This was the first experimental value. Now we have to determine order with respect to B. Now if we have to determine the order with respect to B, then we have to select two experimental value in which concentration of B is changing, but the concentration of A and C is remains same. So if we see the second and third experimental value, second and third, okay, here both the value A as well as B is changing. If we take the experimental value first and third, not second and third, first and third, then in first and third, A concentration 0.02 here, B concentration is also 0.02, A concentration in the first experiment 0.02, here also concentration 0.02, B concentration 0.02, here B concentration is 0.04, it has become double of initial concentration. C concentration here 0.02 and here C concentration is also 0.02, means A and C concentration is same. So we can take first and third experimental value. Now we will write the next expression word for this first and third. So for first we write R equals to K 0.02 X B concentration is 0.02, Y, C concentration is also 0.02, Z. So we'll write rate expression R equals to K 0.02 X, 0.02 Y, 0.02 Z for the first experimental data. For the second, we are using first and third. So for the third experimental data, and rate is given here in this case, this is 2.08 into 10 to the power minus 3. Now we write for third case rate is given 4.16 into 10 to the power minus 3. So write here 4.16, we have written here rate 4.16 into 10 to the power minus 3 equals to K concentration of, we write first concentration of A, that is 0.02, concentration of B 0.04 and concentration of C 0.02. Now if we divide the experiment, this first equation and second equation, then we'll get on dividing these two equations, we'll get here K will cancel out, this value 10 to the power minus 3, 10 to the power minus 3 cancel out, this value will be 2, 1 by 2. Now this value is also cancel out here, this value is also cancel out here. So again if we write the equation, then equation will become 1 by 2 equals to 1 by 2 to the power y. Again you can see base is same, so power will also be equal to 1. Power will also be equal, here power 1 by 2 to the power 1, here 1 by 2 to the power y. Base is same, values are equal, so power will also be equal, so y will be equal to 1. So order with respect to B is 1, order with respect to A is coming 1, order with respect to B is coming 1. Now we'll calculate order with respect to C. For the determination of order with respect to C, we will take the first and fourth value, first experimental value and fourth experimental value. So if we write rate expression for the first experimental value, we will write R equals to, R is given 2.08, 2.08 into 10 to the power minus 3 equals to K, concentration of A 0.02 to the power x, 0.02 to the power y and 0.02 to the power z. Now if we write rate for the fourth experiment, we will have 8.32 into 10 to the power minus 3 equal to K, concentration of A 0.02, x, 0.02, y and 0.04 z. This is the rate expression from the experiment number 1 and 4. For 4, we will write rate 8.32 equal 8.32 into 10 to the power minus 3. This value equals to K, concentration, rate constant, concentration of A to the power x, B to the power y, concentration of C to the power z. On dividing these two equations, same way we will divide these two equations and we will get K cancel out here, 0.2x cancel out, 0.2y cancel out, and this value on cancelling will be 4, 1 by 4. So we can write here 1 by 2 square, 1 by 4 we can write 1 by 2 square will be equal to 1 by 2 to the power z. Now again you can see base is same, values are equal, then power will be equal. So we can write here z equal to 2. So in this case order with respect to C is 2. Order with respect to A is 1, order with respect to B is 1 and order with respect to C is 2. So if we calculate overall order for this reaction, then overall order will be equal to order with respect to A, that is 1, plus order with respect to B, that one is also 1, and order with respect to C, which is 2. So overall order of this reaction will be 4. Overall order is 4. Order with respect to A 1, order with respect to B 1, order with respect to C 2. Once we have calculated this order, then now we can write rate expression for, in any equation we can write the rate 2.08 into 10 to the power minus 3 equals to K, 0.02 to the power 1, 0.02 to the power 1 and 0.02 to the power 2. In this equation you can see order with respect to A 1, order with respect to B 1, order with respect to C is 2. From this expression we can calculate rate constant. Rate constant will be 2.08 into 10 to the power minus 3 divided by 0.02 into 0.02 into 0.04. it will be 0. Or we can write here 4 into 10 to the power minus 4. This will be the value 0.02, 0.02 and 4 into 10 to the power minus 4. On solving this, we can get the rate constant. Once we have determined the rate constant, we can determine the rate of disappearance. For the rate of disappearance, we will use the equation rate R equals to, we write here will be dA negative of minus dA by dt equals to minus 1 by 5 dB by dt. So from here we can write minus dB by dt will be equal to 5R, and this R rate value is given in the experimental value. So from here we can determine the dB by dt, and similarly we can determine dL by